Welcome to my new channel, which documents my experiences of Lithuania. I look forward to sharing more of my life in this country with everyone here, so please subscribe if you're interested in joining me for the journey. I would also love to hear any feedback you have about these videos, so please leave a comment if you have anything to share. So yeah, today we're exploring a little bit of Jonava. Apparently it's the 9th largest city in Lithuania with a population of around 25,000 in 2024. It's about 30 minutes away from Kaunas and pretty close to the army base of Rukla. I live in Vilnius, and so I was originally going to take the train there by myself to explore the city and make a video for YouTube. But my wife thought it would be nice for our whole family of 3 to go together, and so we hopped in the car and made our way down the highway. Google Maps gave us a few options, but the quickest one was apparently a combination of highway and backcountry road. Looking at the map, it definitely is more direct, and as you can see, it's certainly more scenic. On this beautiful sunny afternoon in May, the rapeseed fields were a vibrant yellow below the clear blue sky. Just lovely. You might get this view from the highway too, but it's nice to get a little more variety in scenery from these country roads. We arrived in Jonava at about 4 p.m. and parked in the lot of the Iki. It was dead quiet, probably because it was a Saturday, but I don't know, maybe this small city always feels like this. Getting out of the car, we walked past the War Museum, the main traffic circle, past a large park, and then past the City Hall building, or Savivaldybė. We continued up to Žemių Street, to an area which had a sports arena, pool, and sports field. Here you can see Joninių slėnis, which looks to be an outdoor amphitheater for events. We continued walking along one edge of the lake, or maybe it's a pond. Lake does sound too large, but then pond sounds too small, especially for a body of water that has its own wake park and beach. But anyways, we turned back and then walked along the bottom of the mountain bike park and skate park. I saw this beautiful little trail which would lead us towards our parking spot. It ran along a stream and seemed quite nice, despite the blocky and featureless apartment buildings on the one side. Unfortunately, when we turned and attempted to walk on the street that would lead us to the car, it looked like the entire thing was under construction with no easy way to walk around it, especially with a stroller. And so we had to turn around and walk a little bit to find our way. And so if at this point you're thinking that our trip was quite short, well, you're right. My wife was pretty tired from activities earlier in the day, our baby was crying, and so I was definitely feeling the pressure to film as much as I could before we had to leave. Now at the same time, maybe there's just not that much in Jonava to see anyways, at least not in the city center. Admittedly, it's my fault for not doing more research before going, and it was definitely a hastily arranged trip. Now that I look things up after going, it looks like one thing we missed that might have been nice is a section of Kaunas Street or Kauno Gatvė. Along this one particular stretch, which you can see on Google Street View, there are some old houses and a nice street paved using bricks. It certainly looks nice, but it's also not like super unique in Lithuania either. Overall, my feeling of Jonava is that it's a quiet city that is somewhat decentralized and spread out. There doesn't seem to be a tightly packed city center where people are most likely to congregate together. Instead, there are a few pockets here and there, spread out over a larger area. From the things I saw, it seemed like Jonava had more of a focus on health and an active lifestyle. That's the impression I get from the walking and cycling paths, the sports arena, the sports field, the mountain bike park, and the wake park with the small beach. The fact that most of the city is spread out with wide streets and blocky, featureless apartment buildings makes me think that it can be a drab place to live, particularly if you're not into outdoor activity or sports. It looks okay to me on a sunny spring day, but I imagine on a cold, rainy night, all of this would feel quite grim. With such little activity going on, I do wonder if people just choose to drive 30 minutes to Kaunas for more entertainment and culture. But this is just my own opinion, and I really don't mean disrespect to the people of Jonava. My reaction to the city and its layout is definitely not a judgment of the people who live there. And so if you have visited Jonava, or if you live in this little city, do let me know if you agree with my thoughts or if you disagree. Maybe I missed something really important. Do let me know by leaving a comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.